All right, we got it. The show goes on.
I didn't miss my spot, but this thing, your Google Doc didn't load.
Oh, don't put it on my Google Doc.
Yeah, I did. It didn't load. Now what? But anyway, now that we're really back to it. So Clemson All-American defensive tackle Dexter Lawrence and two other players on the team, an offensive lineman and a tight end, tested positive for a substance that is essentially like a muscle enhancer. They waited for their B samples to come back. Yeah, they're done. They're suspended for the game against Notre Dame.
Go Irish.
Woo, you can leave. Take our pictures and go.
I got like 3 new Notre Dame sweaters. Shout out to my girlfriend and my parents.
Don't let that distract you from the fact that Chip Kelly's ass.
You mean Brian Kelly?
Oh no! I'm saying
head coach?
no. All I'm saying is, all of a sudden, Woo's back to being an Irish fan when he's been a UCLA fan.
No, UCLA season ticket holder.
I am. Well, I can't be a Notre Dame ticket holder. I don't live in South Bend. I live in Southern California.
That's fair. You can't pick USC.
No.
He said no. He said that with so much hatred. I thought it was stiff when I made the joke about my granddad, kind of. Yikes. Yeah. But anyway, senior Rashad Huggins or something like that is going to be playing in place of Dexter Lawrence, who could also leave for the NFL draft. Buffalo quarterback Tyree Jackson, 6'7", 245 pounds, 28 touchdowns, 12 picks for the Buffalo Bison, I think, or I don't know. I don't know what the Buffalo. What are the Buffaloes? They can't be the Buffaloes. But I forget what they are. But Buffalo University of Buffalo, where Khalil Mack played. His name is in the transfer pool. Anybody guess?
Their mascot's name is Victor Ebel.
That doesn't help me at all. You notice how that doesn't help me out? Like LSU, Tigers. Buffalo.
It just says related mascots Bosco, Bisonhead.
Well,
so I'm pretty sure it's the Buffalo Buffaloes.
No, it's not. It's just the University of Buffalo football team. Thanks, Pete. So
yeah, their first mascot was a bison named Bosco.
5-star reporting, Pete.
Then it was Buster, a live bull.
Oh my god, this is actually turning pretty good. Keep going.
And then the next one was Buster, which was just a person.
Yeah, but anyway, Tyree Jackson, nice NFL prospect. He graduated already from Buffalo, so he could essentially go anywhere. It'd be interesting to see where he might go. If Justin Fields doesn't go to Ohio State, I think that could be a good spot for him. I'd even say USC. He's already an accomplished passer, more accomplished than anybody that USC has, including I forget his name. My indigestion is killing me right now.
Yeah, just like your college
hurts.
football
It
segment
hurts.
as a whole is killing me.
Burning a hole
this
in my
whole
chest.
segment hurts.
Shut up.
Can we move on?
Need a
No.
timer.
I know, bro.
Three out of
You're over here dying.
I really am, but I'm soldiering through it, so kiss my ass. All right. 3 Alabama players were suspended. The NCAA violations, according to Nick Saban. So they're pretty much done for even past the playoffs. Wisconsin beat the living dog shit out of Miami 35-3 in their bowl game. They beat them last year 34-24. Justin Herbert's going back to school. Already said that for Oregon. He was considered the number one QB and probably the number one overall pick this year. But Alabama D tackle Quentin Williams. He kind of shaded Kyler Murray. He was like in the process of saying Kyler Murray's really not that good. And then you can tell that he just felt the white hot searing demonic presence of Nick Saban just staring a hole in his face into his soul. And then he just stopped, and the reporter was like, "What'd you say?" And he was like, "Nothing. Never mind. I'm good." DeAndre Baker, Thorpe Award winner, probably number 2 corner in the draft, or number 1, depending on how you like Greedy Williams. He won't be playing against Texas, but he will be there in support. Kirby Smart said, which is going to be interesting because now Lil Jordan Humphrey, who by the way is like 6'4", 225, and their leading receiver, and is a junior, along with Colin Johnson, who's 6'6". By the way, he's from San Jose, 6'6", 220. Both those cats pretty much on pace to have over 1,000 yards receiving and a bunch of touchdowns. It's going to be interesting to see if Texas beats the crap out of Georgia in their bowl game. Oh, yeah, redshirt senior right tackle for Michigan decided he's still hurt, but he decided he's not going to play in their bowl game against Florida. That's 4 Michigan players who aren't going to be playing. Devin Bush, Rashawn Gary, and running back Kerryon Higdon. Now for the fun part.
Fuck, I thought it was over.
Uncle Luke.
I was ready to clap and everything.
Uncle Luke. I got to read these tweets.
Oh my God, no, we're not doing this shit again.
No.
Nah, you can do this shit your rant.
It's done. It's going to be done. It's going to be done. I'm not going to read all these tweets because some of them are like grammatical errors. And I'm just like, bro, I can't say that.
That's how people in Florida talk, dude.
So I'm not shitting on Florida or Uncle Luke. You can do that if you want.
I'm just saying, have you ever looked at a rap song lyrics from a Florida rapper?
Nah, I played with Florida players in JUCO, and yeah, that's how they talk. It's crazy. It's crazy. Shout out to all the JUCO players out there.
Shout out to all the California JUCOs that for a couple of years.
Shout out to the 12 JUCO players living in a house right now on a JC campus somewhere.
That's real life, though. That's real life.
Listening to Denzel Curry?
Yeah, pretty much.
Shout out to all, like, between the years 2010 and 2013, where all the California JUCOs were snatching up Florida players, even though it turns out they ended up sucking and not going anywhere. And you lost out on a bunch of California talent. Shout out to all y'all.
Shout out to RCC.
Riverside? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so Luke Campbell pretty much was going off. He's really pissed that the University of Miami, Florida, the Hurricanes are so trash. One tweet he said, "The former players told you psychopathic people to hire Butch Davis. You didn't listen to him. You got 2 coaches to pick from, Butch Davis or Lane Kiffin. What are the 2?" Shit. I'm dying. Okay, here's another one. I only got like 3 more. What? This dude is crazy. Where are you bitches who I told this was going to happen? Nowhere to be found right now. Hiding. When you know football, you can see shit like this before it happens. Journalist J.T. Wilcox said, "Lost your defensive coordinator. Losing 3 starters in the defensive backfield. Losing arguably one of the best D tackles in the nation. It's Gerald Willis. He was an All-American, but he was hurt. He didn't play this game anyway. May lose your best DN, Joe Jackson, and 2 linebackers, Pinkney or Pinkston or whatever, and Shaq Quarterman, to the draft. Losing 2 starters off an already subpar offensive line. Their starting center didn't play for academic reasons, and their QB situation is still very much unsettled. Okay, I told the Miami Dolphins to pick Freeman, Duke Johnson, Denzel Perryman, Lamar Jackson. They don't fucking listen.
Boo.
Oh, wait. This one's pretty funny. All the assistants were being to play with Manny Diaz. You would think about that, huh? Because Manny Diaz is the new head coach for Temple. 45th ranked in recruiting, 7 assists. Lost to Wisconsin 2 years in a row in a bowl game. Lose your best player, quarterback, as a porn star. The DC checked out and will take some assistance with him. He was going to get fired after the game anyway. Pretty much what he said. Bottom line is, he brought a bunch of talent. There's a bunch of talent in South Florida, and University of Miami is not recruiting them. They haven't been for years. I guess they don't want the best players from the hood or whatever to be there. They passed on Amari Cooper, Devontae Freeman.
All right, we got it. Can we move on now?
And yeah, he spazzed.
All right, man. That was your weakest segment of all time. Sorry.
No, it wasn't.
I love you, but that shit was weak.
It's bowl season. I didn't make up the news. That shit
was weak.
Hey, blame them then.
I just want to ask you guys real quick, because I don't know if the college thing's over. Can I get you guys' picks for the playoffs?
We're clapping
for the college playoffs.
We're clapping not because it's over, but because it happened.
Oh, okay. What's your pick for the two playoff games?
Clemson
and the other game.
Clemson and Alabama.
I'll say the same. Clemson and Alabama.
I really want Oklahoma.
I think Alabama's going to win now.
Oklahoma actually has a losing record against the Big 12.
Because that's such a hot fucking take.
No, they have a losing record against the Big 12. That's why I was like, I really want to just say Clemson and Oklahoma. I don't see it, though.
Woo, thoughts?
I'll take...
Who you picking?
Man. Well, I know I'm picking Notre Dame, but... No, I think he was asking me. Notre Dame, Bama.
Okay.
You remember what happened?
Going with your heart, okay.
Yeah. I am going with my heart. But
I mean,
I remember what happened the last time Notre Dame played Bama, so
they got fisted so hard. I want that
rematch.
I think I don't think
Manti Te'o's fake girlfriend felt it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got fisted so hard. I think Manti Te'o actually gained a girlfriend out of pity after that loss.
All right, man. Fuck. Back to the shit. All right. Well, since we don't have a lot of time, let's just try to go as fast as I can through these last things. All right. So touchdown or turnover. Keep it short. Kenny. Give me one line about why this is good or why it's bad.
You asked for this.
All right. First off, touchdown or turnover. Pete Carroll gets an extension for 3 years in Seattle. Is that a touchdown or is that a turnover? Woo.
I think it's a touchdown because who else is out there?
Kenny?
Touchdown because, I mean, you kind of have to go all in with him and Russell Wilson.
Touchdown because no matter where this man goes, he installs great culture.
Are you done kissing his ass?
Shout out to people with the initials PC.
Real quick story though. One time my sister saw Pete Carroll at Disneyland.
Yeah.
And after he was out of her line of sight, she got her nose started bleeding. So she hates Pete Carroll. I mean, she hates USC. So it's a running joke at my house, but that's a true story. She says he knew she was a UCLA fan and he voodooed some bloody nose stuff. True story.
Maybe it's just a guilt thing. She just knew she was in the presence of a greater being. That happens too. You never know.
All right. Next one. C.J. Anderson this past week rushed for 167 yards versus the Cardinals. Todd Gurley is still questionable this week. But either way, they say even when Gurley's back, Anderson's going to have a role with the Rams. Is that a touchdown or is that a turnover, Kenny?
That's a touchdown because all the other running backs are hurt. Malcolm Brown's on IR. And shout out to C.J. Anderson because he's from Oakland. Tom Bennis.
Woo.
I mean, I guess it's a touchdown. They got another, solid running back, so good for the Rams.
Yeah, they needed more talent. All right. Okay. Deshaun Jackson says he wants out of Tampa Bay. Is that a touchdown or a turnover? Kenny. Ooh.
Neutral? I mean,
yeah, that's pretty much.
That's
pretty much what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Do we even care about Deshaun Jackson anymore?
Well, it can't be a touchdown because Jameis Winston doesn't throw any. He doesn't throw any to Deshaun.
Shitty.
So I mean, it's really just probably a turnover waiting to happen, and Deshaun Jackson wants that turnover to happen. Cut him. Let that man go.
And the last one I want to bring up, or actually, yeah, let's. I'll do two more. All right, man. So I'm making this one up as I go, but this season we had not just one duo, but two receiving duos. Both catch 100 receptions. In Minnesota, it was Thielen and Diggs.
Doesn't Diggs have 94 catches?
I thought he had 100.
No, he needs 6 more to get to 100.
Wow. All right.
I think you'll get to 6 though.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Whatever.
6 catches, 83 yards. That's probably standard.
And on the other end, it's Juju and AB, and
already have over 100.
They already have 100, which they're the first duo to do it since Emmanuel Sanders and Demaryius Thomas in 2014. So basically, is this a touchdown because we're seeing eye-popping stats, or is it a turnover because it's just where the league is, and it doesn't really mean anything?
It's a turnover